It's been a crazy 2 weeks, I'll tell you that.
Today I want to talk about the streamer Asmongold, because he went from lazy streamer to lazy reactor to political streamer. He's just watching politics and picking his nose. Whatever niche Asmongold is currently filling, he's probably a person that you've seen on your feed against your will at some point or another. Be it from one of his clickbait clips.
The main reason why Hooters is going bankrupt is straight up because all the hot bitches that used to work there are on OnlyFans.
Or from one of his many controversies.
Taking our tax money, giving it to random ass fucking countries so they can do drag shows.
Everybody in the US does actually have insurance. It's called GoFundMe. It's like a popularity contest. You lose, you die.
I hate these parasites. Get them the fuck out. So if you're really fat or really ugly, it doesn't matter how funny you are, people just aren't gonna like you. But like if you have a kid that's like pre-puberty and they're trans, your parents have a mental illness. I mean, like you can get away with being an unattractive guy in games media, but you can't get away with being an unattractive girl.
And there are a lot of controversies. They started small, like being against female characters in video games.
I think that it's weird to play female characters if you're a guy. I don't play Tomb Raider. As soon as I found out Metroid was a girl, I was done.
To big controversial statements about the loss of Palestinian life.
So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck.
And the controversies just keep piling up.
I want these people to suffer because that's what they did to me.
But while the laundry list of controversies haven't fully successfully cancelled Asmongold, they have pushed him to leave the company that he co-founded.
You got kicked out of OTK, didn't you? Yeah, I'm not involved with OTK at all. Pretty much, yeah.
And also pushed most of his collaborators into distancing themselves from him.
Other people end up suffering because of it, not Asmon.
So why has this only made him more popular?
He is the Roach King.
Zach Rohr, or Asmongold, was born in Austin, Texas in 1990. His father worked at the IRS, and Zach later followed in his footsteps and worked at the IRS for a short period of time.
And before that, I worked for the IRS, and I did that for 2 years, and that was basically it.
In 2006, a friend introduced him to a game called World of Warcraft, and in 2008, Asmongold started making World of Warcraft-related videos.
16 years old. I was happy, hanging out with my friends, all the time, every day. This is all I did and all I knew was playing video games, having fun, and chilling out with the boys.
But he didn't take it seriously until 2013 when he started posting tutorials and gameplay videos.
It's me. It's your boy Asmongold. And today, we're continuing the Solo Glory of the Pandaria Hero Achievement Guide series.
On August 17th, 2019, Asmongold hit 1 million followers on Twitch, and at the end of 2019, he shifted to reaction content. 2017 to 2019, I think that was the golden age of reaction content. We had people like PewDiePie, SS Sniper Wolf, Cody Co, even Mr. Beast created a reaction channel during that same time period. Now Asmongold has amassed over 3 million subscribers on his Asmongold TV channel, over 1 million on his Clips channel, and over 2 million on Twitch. People always talk about this because reaction content is often criticized for being lazy content.
I love watching videos on stream, by the way. Some people think that's lazy content. It is. I still like doing it. It's easy, it's funny, I like watching the videos, it's just cool.
Streamers like Asmongold, Hassan Piker, XQC are often called out for reacting to content on stream and re-uploading it onto their channels.
Streamers are being so lazy, it might be illegal. That's right, professional live streamer XQC is facing accusations of stealing content for his own reaction videos while making a complete mockery of other people's intellectual property rights.
The Asher Show, who we love. Here's his video. 2 years ago, 15 minutes, 27 seconds, 1.4 million views. XQC almost got the same amount of views. And it's 16 minutes long. Same thumbnail and his dumb fucking face. And then, by the way, if Mizkif is doing this too, he needs to fucking stop also. You know? XQC is just the biggest. And he uploads that shit to YouTube. I don't know what Mizkif does. If he does the same thing, he got to stop that shit. It's fucked up, no matter who does it.
There was an entire controversy with SS Sniper Wolf being called out for stealing content from smaller creators, reacting to it, and making millions of dollars.
What does she do? She steals TikToks and reacts to them.
Asmongold has constantly defended his position on reaction content.
So even if it didn't constitute as fair use, then it would be fine. Like a lot of the people who I watch their videos, they are completely fine with me watching their videos. Even Uber Danger told me, he tweeted at me, he's like, yeah, I made the video, you know, I'm waiting for you to watch the end of it.
But in 2020, this was a big controversy.
Having listened to Asmongold intermittently over the years, I have heard him make amazingly horrendous justifications for his watching of entire videos on stream and then re-uploading them to YouTube.
Brace yourselves for a no-holds-barred expose as we lift the veil on Asmongold's dubious empire built on exploitation of content creators and shameless disregard for the principles of fair use. Many people have even accused him of stealing their videos.
He is upset that I took a video idea from him, and I'm assuming it's the one in the thumbnail. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch it.
The problem with Twitch streamers is that they watch content all day, and then after that stream is over, they outsource editors to create and upload clips onto their YouTube channels for easy views. And it's something that Asmongold has admitted.
And yeah, Asmongold is a streamer, but this is his official clip channel on YouTube, and he runs this channel. It's monetized.
No, I don't. I actually don't. I don't run the video. I don't run the channel. Kat, Danny, and Daily Dose of Asmongold run the channel. I have no oversight over the channel. They upload everything on their own, completely independent of me.
Is my YouTube channel, and the way that I want to handle, I have to handle Asmongold highlights on YouTube from now on. And so I partnered up with them, and we made the Asmongold TV highlights channel for YouTube. Now that is going to be the official Asmongold Twitch highlights channel from now on. Give me 48 hours after that stream's over to get all of that content uploaded onto YouTube. And the reason for that is by that 48-hour window, we will have had everything uploaded onto YouTube from that stream.
It's a common streamer strategy. Streamer strategy? You know what else is the Asmongold streamer strategy? Posting so many reaction clips so that when anybody searches anything, he's the search result. People are getting a little tired of that one, that's for sure. Oh, and living in utter filth.
As you guys can see, I put a pretty good amount of work and time and money into this, and I think that it really shows.
From today, there's absolutely urine in some of these cups, no doubt.
Like, thinking about cleaning this up just makes me angry. I don't want to do it.
Because taking the time to clean up after yourself just takes away from precious React content.
That's the circle of life.
Damn.
It's cool because, like, the more I breathe air in here, it makes me feel, like, slightly sicker.
I also thought we'd see rats, like dead rats, because you kept talking about the dead rats. I haven't seen a single. Oh.
Yeah, I threw them away.
That's so nice.
There's an area where a dead rat decayed the carpet. I could show you, but that's about it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Is that it right there?
No, that's something else. I think it's somebody threw up there or something. I don't remember. What did you need that for? You're literally wearing pants.
There's a lot going on with Asmongold. Why does he drink so much soda? Why does he get violently ill at the thought of even drinking water?
Who the fuck drinks this shit?
There are termites, ants, and maggots in his house. There are maggots in his food that he would eat around. He would wipe his bleeding gums on the wall. Rats have a permanent residency in his living room. He would even use the stench of the rotting ones as an alarm clock.
Whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again, and then the smell would wake me up. So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock, and as soon as it, you know, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream.
And recently he fell through the ceiling when he was searching for a rotting animal in his attic.
I fell right through my fucking ceiling. Obviously, I was able to catch myself, and you know, I'm fine.
The list of things wrong in his house is outrageous, and I'm surprised he hasn't perished from tuberculosis yet.
I could have died.
But anyway, back to the story. In October of 2020, Asmongold, along with Miskiff, S-Fand, Rich Campbell, and Tips Out, created the media company OTK. The group's objective was to partner with influencers to collaborate and create digital content, and is now seen as one of the big streamer groups on Twitch. A few notable members include Sodapoppin', Nimplol, Extra Emily, and Emeru, just to name a few. Even though OTK was on the top of the streaming game for years, the increase in Asmongold's controversies eventually led him to be pushed out in 2024. And if we're gonna go down a list of notable controversies, let's start in 2021. In 2021, following a hashtag Twitch Do Better campaign, streamers urged a one-day Twitch boycott to protest against racists and transphobic hate raids. Hate raids are a continuous problem for the LGBTQ+ streamers on the platform, who are repeatedly raided by follow bots spouting hateful comments. During this time, Asmongold weighed in on the boycott, saying,
I'm gonna be honest with this, and I'm gonna just say what it is. Nobody gives a fuck you take a day off. Nobody knows who you are. I want, if every other big streamer, if people got together and they said, we're all going to collectively do it, I would do it in a heartbeat, right? I would do it. I have got no problem because I do believe in power and numbers. I absolutely do, which is why I don't believe in this. Like, you can't get a bunch of 20 Andes together and think that you're going to do anything. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Yeah, what are you gonna get, like a 20 Eddie? Yeah, a 20 Eddie. Like, who cares?
This sparked a debate saying rather than stepping up as an ally, Asmongold has undermined a campaign meant to support the work of marginalized communities on Twitch. In 2022, Asmongold shared his thoughts about the US Chief Medical Advisor Anthony Fauci and the use of animals for medical testing after a number of his viewers dubbed Fauci as a beagle killer.
It's like, am I really gonna, like, here's one way to look at it, right? Is like, am I gonna get mad at Fauci because he killed some dogs, or because he ruined the global economy or the US economy? Like, what's more important? Like, oh, he killed some dogs, or he, you know, caused the social bad development of like social kids with like kids social development with like not having them go to school and shit. Like, which one's worse, killing dogs or that? Both. Like, see, like the other one is not even on my radar. It's like just totally irrelevant to me and I don't care about it at all. Maybe I'm an asshole for that, but I literally could care less.
His thoughts did not sit well with viewers, and they called him a psychopath. And he even elaborated saying, "It's an effing animal, man. People use animals for experiments all the time."
Put off human, dogs are important? Okay. That's up to you. Are you saying that? Bro, people get their feelings hurt, right? Empathy for life? I was not born with that.
In 2023, there was a lot.
You want to know a really, really uncomfortable, shitty truth? Is that if you're ugly, people won't like you. And this is even more true for girls. So if you're really fat or really ugly, it doesn't matter how funny you are, people just aren't going to like you. They don't want to look at you.
In February 2023, a train was derailed in East Palestine, Ohio, a village of 4,700 residents. There was a fire, and shortly after the derailment, 1,500 to 2,000 residents were told to evacuate. The train was carrying chemicals and combustible materials with vinyl chloride, a toxic, flammable gas. So since this is so concerning, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources said that the chemical spill had affected about 7.5 miles of stream and had killed an estimated 3,500 fish. Vice made a documentary about it, and when Asmongold reacted to it regarding the people who were affected by it, he said that the residents should just leave their houses.
They're not properly educated. They don't fucking know what's going on. And because of that, you have these media companies that run circles and laps around them, convincing them that the biggest fucking problem is like transsexuals in bathrooms. Meanwhile, there's trains derailing with chemical compounds that we don't even understand that could kill thousands of people.
People took issue with this. Someone even saying on Reddit, "First off, I'm from Ohio and I'm affected by this. I have to worry about my drinking water for the next couple of years." Asmon says, just leave. People can't leave because they are not a millionaire with a meme job. They can't sell their house. It's completely effed.
I don't care about your fucking feelings. It's true. What I said is true. I'm not going to, tiptoe around your, touchiness because you're involved with this subject. Fuck you. Stop crying.
He even followed up and doubled down with his original take.
I think I stand by everything I said in this clip. I was totally right. It's not comfortable. It's not fair that I'm right, but I'm still right. And look at all of these dumb fucking people fixating and getting mad at an internet content creator for expressing an opinion that is factually true in admittedly a tactless way instead of actually caring about the problem. Because it's so much easier to get mad at a streamer than actually try to make any sort of an impact whatsoever. So I don't want to hear about how, oh wow, you're so bad. Get the fuck out of here. Stop crying.
This is a common trait with Asmongold. Have a controversial take on a situation that later gets clipped and posted onto livestream fails, to which he again reacts to and doubles down on his original sentiment. But in 2024, Asmongold's situation gets worse because he actually feels the consequences of his words.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
After this clip made the rounds, people were outraged, saying he was advocating for the genocide or comparing his comments to Nazi rhetoric.
If he is personally ideologically invested in Nazi ideology versus entertaining it, because at this point you have opened up your environment to Nazis. You're giving them a space to occupy and to operate.
And this is when people started finding past clips of him saying similar things.
And you know what else is disgusting? That people in the West that enjoy more privileges and freedom than anywhere else in the world romanticize their behavior or their lifestyle as anything other than barbaric.
He first issued a terrible apology on Twitter. Looking back on it, I was way too much of an a-hole about the Palestine thing. My bad. Of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. You guys deserve more than me saying stupid stuff like that. I'll do better. And he even spoke with Hassan Piker about his statements.
No, I don't think you support Israel, but I think you saying that like Palestinians are immoral or evil or have an evil, antiquated culture or are barbaric is not only ahistorical. What's up?
I do think that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you're wrong.
I don't know, man. Like, how can you be in support of a culture that tells people that they can't be who they want to be?
But when you start talking about like inferior cultures, that sets up the opportunity for, historically at least, dehumanization, and also it justifies a lot of the atrocities that those people end up experiencing.
And then there was a 20-minute video explanation that followed.
Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, you know, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you. And I think this has been something that's a long time coming. And I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, you know, some just general, you know, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there. And I don't really want to like mince words or like try to like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really, but when I'm using language like Palestinians or like the people there, rather than what my real language was, I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism, and I still am. I think that any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you as like, you know, like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort And I feel like almost, I've rewatched the clip, right? Or a number of the clips. And it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism. And I am. But whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this like group, then I'm the asshole. And I was the asshole. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, I don't really even know what the word is for it. Just like the most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this.
He even says that he wants to visit some places in the Middle East.
I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul in Turkey. There's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not just that. I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other places. I mean, the truth is that, and this is the worst thing about what I said, some of the places that I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're like just the internal strife, the actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed there, and I might not be able to do that.
So remember OTK, the company that Zach co-founded? Well, their COO is Muslim, and he put a lengthy statement on the matter. And also, the OTK network made a post on Twitter, a statement saying that Zach will be stepping away from his roles at OTK and their affiliate companies moving forward. The message and tone of Asmongold's apology suggested that he was going to tone his content down a bit.
I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think it's, looking back on it, it's just disgusting.
During the temporary Twitch ban, he even cleaned up his room.
Like, I've been so good. I've been relaxed, man. Like, I've been sitting around playing video games, fucking around. I cleaned up pretty much half of my whole fucking house. And I cleaned the entire fucking thing.
But Asmongold's content started to change from video game and drama reactions to political commentary.
Okay, we're gonna have a hot take about homosexuality. Get your clips ready, boys. I hate the argument that homosexuality is not a choice. I think it is a terrible fucking argument. It is so stupid. And the reason why I think it's stupid is because it shouldn't matter whether it's a choice or not. If somebody is born gay or they want to be gay, they should still be allowed to be gay because they are an American and it's a free fucking country.
In the world.
That's right. That's exactly why you're fired. You're gonna be working in DoorDash. That's it. Working on DoorDash on welfare. Thank God. Taking our tax money, giving it to random ass fucking countries so they can do drag shows. See ya. See ya. Too bad. Have fun.
Here's something that Asmongold said on April 6th that nobody was really happy with.
So every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness. That's what I believe. And so, like, I really, and this, you got a kid that's like 17, right? I mean, it's a little bit more, you know, it's like not really as definitive. But like, if you have a kid that's like pre-puberty and they're trans, your parents have a mental illness. That's it.
And then he decided to double down with his original sentiment, saying this:
your parents have a mental illness. And this is something that a lot of people need to hear. It is. It's something a lot of people need to hear. In school, yeah, no, you're right. And it could also be a school. And it's not always the parents. Sometimes it's a school too. But there's an adult with a mental illness in your life. That's a great point. And so anyway, a lot of people were posting this trying to act like, oh, wow, like, you know, we're going to try to get him in trouble for this shit. Like, I'm sorry, but this is like a 90-10 issue. This is like beyond even 80-20. Like, everybody fucking thinks this. The only reason that nobody's saying it is because people are afraid of saying it. The fact is, like, I don't really give a shit because, like, I mean, fuck, like, I people hate me all the time, right? So, like, there's nothing to lose.
Other streams noticed this, then started voicing their opinions.
I could say he's a fucking loser. Okay? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this is rage bait. Okay, no, he's fucking trolling. I don't care.
Wait, that's Asmongold? I've never seen him outside of his room.
Oh, okay.
I had to take it off.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. No drama. I'm not afraid to say it. He's a fucking idiot. I just can't stand that guy.
He does not care.
He should care.
But he doesn't.
Okay, but do you know, but...
And people think we haven't told him not to say some things in the past. He doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, but no, do you know what you're missing in wording about that, though, is? What? Is that if he doesn't care, then I think that a different conversation needs to be had with his actions. Do you know what I mean? Because he's being so out of pocket.
What conversation?
You know.
How can you stop him?
I think...
There's one person that can stop Asmongold.
And it's him.
No, it's Twitch.
If people don't want to interact with me or do something with me, that's up to them, right? It's their own purview. Like, you have to remember, again, Twitch is a career. It's these people's jobs. And so they're going to do what they think is best for their career one way or another. And all I'm really trying to tell you guys is that in a lot of these cases with people that are doing what's best for their career, they're doing what's best for their career, not what's best for their morality. And usually, I think in 99% of circumstances, people are more than willing to subvert their own morality in order to make money and or to be more popular. And this is especially true with streaming.
Others imply that he's creating an environment for Nazi rhetoric.
Because at this point, you have opened up your environment to Nazis.
For the past about 6 months or so, I have had to endure a relentless amount of personal attacks, lies, and misrepresentations that are intentionally disingenuous in order to align me with beliefs that I've actively spoken out against. This is another instance of people trying to paint me as a Nazi. Now, this is a very, very, in my opinion, an extreme accusation to make.
And now people are saying because of Asmongold's rise in popularity, it's radicalizing other streamers.
Why they're saying
this is in many ways no different than when Elon Musk hits the fucking Sig Heil, other people do it too, and it normalizes that kind of attitude, it normalizes that kind of politics, and it's precisely the same thing that's happening here. Okay, Asmongold says a bunch of unhinged shit and he's popping off. Other content creators see that, as I've told you before, and they respond to it. They see that and they go, ooh, I can get in on this as well.
If you were to take a poll of the American public, or hey, if you want to have it be even more in my favor, how about a poll from the whole population of the world? Who was more unhinged, myself or this person in the video?
Even though OTK put out statements in 2024 saying that Asmongold was stepping back from daily duties, it wasn't until February of 2025 that he fully admits to not being a part of OTK anymore.
I'm not involved with OTK at all, pretty much. Yeah, nope. Done. I haven't been for a while, and so yeah, I'm chilling. So if there's something going on with them or anything else, that's up to them. It's not my thing. And I've been a very relaxed guy. Why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. I can talk about it just for a couple of minutes, but the main reason why is that, well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, like, my content and doing like controversial political content is really hard to like kind of synthesize with content that's not like that because of just how extreme it is and how polarizing it is. So it's harder to find sponsors. It's harder to do things for that reason. And so that's one big reason. And so, like, I don't want to like kind of grief other people because I'm going down what I think to be the best direction for like my channel, my career, my actions, right? Like, this is what I want to do as a person. And so when I want to do that and I want to go down that path, then I'm going to do that and go down that path because I think that's the right option. But I also don't want to put anybody else at risk in doing that, obviously. So that's why I separated myself and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. It's because, and this is a mutual thing, right? And even if it wasn't, I still would agree with it. And so the haters won. Well, it's not necessarily haters won. It's more that a lot of people, I don't want to sign other people up for my battles.
Ultimately, Asmongold doesn't care. He's said it multiple times.
I'm making content and I have like multiple channels that are getting over 100 million views a month. If I spent all my time dealing with every single person that chirped about me, That's all I would be doing.
He's gonna say and do whatever he feels like because it's popular. He has 70,000 people watching him right now on Twitch. His YouTube channels get millions of views. He doesn't seem to care about the public opinion of him at all. And if he ever gets deplatformed from Twitch, he's probably just gonna move to Kick. And that was something that he even discussed a couple of years ago. He said it in 2023. He even said it again in 2024.
And move to YouTube Live. I'll probably go to Kick and Rumble if I get banned on Twitch. Realistically, that's what I'm going to do. And so, yeah.
But it doesn't matter to Asmongold because he is still the #1 streamed North American streamer, just recently passing Kai Cenat. Being someone that has that much popularity and little repercussions, he can do and say whatever he wants and not feel any effects.
I mean, like, you can get away with being an unattractive guy in games media, but you can't get away with being an unattractive girl. And the reason why is because men are the primary audience, and men don't want to look at an ugly bitch. That's just a fact.
That's so aggressive.
Get mad, but that's it.
But thank you everybody for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, leave me a comment down below and be sure to tune in next time.
He is the Roach King.